Okay, so I made a video about the new gender war, the new pronoun ideology, and all the changes that we have in society today regarding the gender war. And I got a great comment on this video, and I'm going to try to read it. Admittedly, I need glasses, I don't have any, so I'm going to try to read this clearly and then respond. It's really a great post. This is from a bisexual person named BleuBleu202, like blue cheese, BLEU, BleuBleu202. And the comment is this: I don't know how I found this, but I wanted to watch it and talk to you a little. You're a good guy. I'm sorry you've gone through this, and honestly, they shouldn't have reacted as strongly as they have. You are new to this, and you are going to have problems remembering even the parts you are okay with. You seem like a good father, and a lot of people would be lucky to have such a supportive parent in their life. You are valid to experience these emotions and to be upset, but I really hope that you read this and that it can help you get closer to them. It's long, but I ask you to listen the way that I have for you today. If I had to guess, a lot of this emotion they're showing isn't about you, even if it seems like it. I'm positive they love you a lot. I'm a young bi man. I was raised under the Catholic Church in a difficult community. It was repressive, lonely, and sometimes very violent place to be. You hid who you were, sometimes even from yourself. You watched the violence and legitimate hate crimes unfold in real life and in the news. You experience hate speech, comfort friends who break down in severe depression. For almost all of us, the church had a lot of the U.S. in general. Has played a negative influence. It has scarred us. That's especially true of the trans community. I know because they are some of my closest friends and I love them as partners. Even as a great father, you could have not shielded them from all of that. Nobody can. And the full extent of how much it hurts the LGBT person, it's something they may never be able to share and express. One of the main places we find love, kindness, and acceptance will be in our peers. It is not about us wanting to change science. He says in parentheses, I'm in medicine myself and working to become an ER physician one day. Or turn people away from their families or God. We understand that being trans is still different than being born a woman. There is a legitimate discourse over sports, even within our community. Almost all trans people you try to date will tell you before the things get intimate, I don't know one trans person who would be furious if you said, sorry, it's not for me, politely. Trans people know they feel like a woman from a young age, usually by the time a child can start thinking about things critically. By telling you that, it shows they love you and trust you with their deepest feelings. It shows that you mean the world to them. I don't even tell my family I'm bi. I probably never will unless I get a husband. Even though I care about them, they'll probably die never actually knowing me. You should feel honored as a father to be so special to them. They probably aren't trying to get you to say there's no biological difference in trans people or that gender is just a construct. They know deep down, and in a medical context, we certainly acknowledge the science when helping them. But think if I walked up to one of my patients, a disabled Afghanistan vet, and told him, quote, we lost the war, your leg was lost in vain, unquote. It only serves a needless, painful reminder. One they've heard from mean-spirited people in an aggressive context 100 times. One the news shares, co-workers, internet, politicians, sometimes even other family members less loving than yourself. When trans people need to feel validated and loved the way we all do, please trust me that I have only honest, positive intentions when I tell you the only way we have to help them be happy is to validate the way their heart guides them. There is no medicine, no therapy, no discussion that can effectively alter who a human is at heart. And as a medical professional, I think solving cancer would be easier. We both know that will probably never happen in our lifetime or theirs. For hundreds of thousands of Americans that have died feeling confused and unwanted without anything we have in the spiritual or medical arsenal helping them, it's a tragedy to learn from. But when I tell a trans woman I'm dating how beautiful they look in their that new dress, their face lights up with a real joy inside. When someone calls them Miss at Starbucks, when they hear, quote, my girlfriend, unquote, quote, my wife, unquote, my, quote, my daughter, unquote, or, quote, my mom, unquote, it makes them complete. They can feel, live, and look as the gender they feel they are. It's truly possible, and it's almost certain the road they take for the rest of their lives, with or without your full support. For people with gender issues, it is the main concern of their life. Something their only dream, or sometimes their only dream, to feel like they belong. Please don't let the frustrating elements or extremists you see out there in the world change you for the worst. It isn't worth it. Your kids love you, and they need your support. They're only acting this way because the pain of having your very mental fabric feel rejected is severe. I wish you all the best in your lives and hope this was a bit informative. So that was really good. And let me see if I can focus on the video that this is talking about. So this is the video that I posted, was it yesterday? Yeah, July 22nd, 2022. LGBT rebuttal, the new gender war, and the pronoun mess. So this was my issue that I have had with my two oldest kids mostly. That we don't agree on pronouns and things, and just, forcing, what I feel like they're doing is forcing me to change my speech and to accept science that I don't accept, or accept a political ideology that I don't accept. And they seem to be using coercion in a way that is offensive to me. And so I wanted to talk about it a bit, and I shared a conversation that I had with my two oldest daughters and my ex-wife. Only my side of it. I wasn't trying to invade their privacy, but just wanted to give my responses to their, concerns that we had in a verbal conversation. So that was the context. Anyway, it was a really good response. I really appreciate BleuBleu202 for that response. Very, very nice. Very compassionate and very helpful. Thank you for that.